Mixing upbeat dance rhythms with a melancholy twist, French electro pop band Isaac Delusion has been called the heir of the French touch movement. With millions of views on YouTube, they've certainly managed to create a faithful following. Now, founding members Loïc, Fleury, and Jules Pacotte join me in the studio. Thanks so much for being on the show, guys. So You're in the middle of a European tour for your third album, Uplifters. Does the title refer to the fact that it's more uplifting than your sophomore album?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's we wanted to come back to like more pop music and something lighter and uplifting actually.
Yeah, because your previous album, Rust and Gold, was quite dense and a little more gritty, and so this is what, more dance tunes?
Yeah, we like to change the recipe at each album, so it was a new experience and a new way of making music actually.
Nice. And what's interesting about this album is there's a novelty, is that you have two songs in French. In the past, you've sung most of your songs in English, and you have two songs, so a cover song, Couleur Mentalo, which is a classic Eddie Mitchell song, and then J'ai pas l'habitude, I'm not used to, one of your songs. What pushed you to sing in your native language?
I think it was important to show like to our public that we were proud to be French actually, and since the beginning of the band, like the main language of the lyrics was English, and we wanted to cross borders and like have some other experiences, and I think it was a shame of not using like the French language because it's very poetic and it's our culture actually. So I thought it was like smart to put a little bit of French in the album also.
Well, let's take a listen to one of the tracks off the album. So it's called J'ai pas l'habitude, I'm not used to. Take a listen. It's such a great music video, as all your music videos, very creative, and yet you never appear in them. What's the idea behind that?
Well, at first we didn't want to appear in anything actually. We didn't want to be on pictures or to let people have their own idea and have something maybe a bit more dreamy, poetic, or so you can't really put an image or a face on the music. We like this idea, and then for the video clips, we always work with directors that we love. Like we ask a lot of them to their own interpretation of the song, and then we choose the right one, the one that seems the closest to what we thought, or the one that maybe was the smarter. I don't know, but we think the image is really important, and we both love cinema.
Yeah.
And we try to
bring that into the music videos as well.
Yeah.
What's interesting is you also have a very visual aspect to there's a color palette to your merch. For instance, it's all pastels and everything.
Yeah.
Is that visual element important for your music as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like colors is mostly like the main thing with music for us. And in my case, I'm a painter also.
Okay.
So I consider like painting like music. There's like a bridge between like all kind of art, I think. And and we're all thinking music with colors and vice versa.
Yeah. And you've got great visuals on stage as well. Now, you started the band as a duo, and then you transformed into a 5-piece band, and it seems like you guys really get along as well, which is really nice to watch. Has it transformed the way you write music as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody brings their touch and their sensibility and stuff. So I mean, we make the songs together with Loïc, we begin them, and then we arrange them with the whole band, and it changes a lot of things actually. They're really, really useful.
Everyone brings the little personal touch
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the song. Now, you have a very faithful fan base as well, and you recently played a sold-out gig here in Paris at La Cigale, which is an amazing venue, and you had the whole audience dancing, which is very rare because a Parisian crowd is a hard one to get dancing. There's a lot of love in the room. What was it like to play for a home crowd so close to many of the bars that you started off at the very beginning?
It's still pretty magic to play in Paris because we started the band almost 10 years ago, and at first we were playing in little venues, like 10 or 15 people who doesn't care about our music. So we had this natural progression, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's very deep, in Paris.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think that's why people are really happy to see us playing live, because there was people who were there 10 years ago when we were playing in little venues. So there was something quite emotional with this, and this is the feeling each time we play in Paris. Actually.
It definitely felt like it was mutual. There was this mutual kind of love
Yeah,
happening
definitely.
in the audience. Now, what's interesting is you've said that as musicians, it's important to get out of your comfort zones to keep making original music. What techniques or rituals do you have to kind of explore different sonic domains?
Well, I think there is something unconscious in it as well. I have the impression that we are not able to do something that we've done already, and we always try to do new things, and we can't rest on something and on a formula or something. Mm-hmm. So, I think there is some unconscious stuff in it.
Do you guys talk about it at all? How to?
Yeah, we just talk about feelings and colors, like you said. But for this album, we were making it on my computer, on my laptop, mm-hmm. and all disappeared, like the hard drive.
Just, oh no way! We lost everything.
Yeah, we lost everything, and so we started back from the beginning. So it was very hard for us, but with a new way of apprehending music, and we wanted to be free of the machine's dictator, and be able to make music with real instruments and not count on the laptop so much.
It's a very positive way of looking at a massive computer failure.
Yeah.
We're going to actually move on to some other music news making headlines as well, and lots of bands making comebacks, starting with The Strokes. 7 years after their last studio LP, Come Down Machine, the New York rockers are treating impatient fans with new tracks off an upcoming album called The New Abnormal, out in April. Strokes enthusiasts can also catch the band live as they tour Europe, North and South America. Here's the latest teaser track, Bad Decisions. Next, Best Coast is also returning after a long break. The LA indie rock duo is releasing a fourth album called Always Tomorrow. The powerful record seems like a victory celebration for singer-songwriter Bethany Cosentino, who recently overcame a period of addiction, depression, and even writer's block. The Everything Has Changed song helped kickstart this creative rebirth for the band. Take a listen. So Best Coast getting very personal with those lyrics. How personal do you get with the lyrics in your songs?
Oh, it's a good question. We try to think about paintings again. You know, like something abstract paintings. We just like put a word on the paper, and then we try to make sense and to put the word together in a certain order. You know, there's no like real meaning, but the interesting thing is that we always find like a meaning at the end.
Sure, and everyone can find their own meaning as well, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's a good point. Now, finally, after a 6-year break, Caribou has also gotten very personal in its latest album called Suddenly. Dan Snaith, the Canadian behind this psych pop project, is back with his trademark sound, mixing house beats with chopped up samples of R&B and warped guitar lines. I'm going to leave you with a song off the album. It's called You and I. But in the meantime, I want to thank my guests, Loïc and Jules. Thank you so much for being on the show. Good luck with the rest of your amazing tour. Remember, you can always catch them in Paris on the November 13th. This will be at l'Olympia. Do check out their album. It's called Uplifters. For more arts and culture news, head to our website. Stay in touch on social media and stay tuned to France 24. More news coming up right after this.
Take your place up here.